Shana Ball was born in McMinnville on March 23, 1978, along with her twin sister Elisa. The two were always involved in sports growing up, and by the time Shana entered MHS as a freshman in 1992, she had developed into a very promising track and field prospect.
When she came in, right away I realized she was a tremendous athlete, and I think probably her best trait as an athlete was her work ethic. She was so focused for those 4 years. It was every day she just kept working on her technique to become a better and better and better athlete each day. And it was really, as a coach, sometimes very difficult to stay up with her advancement in the shot and the discus. It was something for all of us to be very proud of her for what she did.
That spring, she not only made the varsity team, but also set the all-time school record for a freshman in the shot put, with a 34-foot, 2¼ heave, which held as the record for over a decade. She ended her first season with an all-league second-team selection and by placing 16th at the state meet in the shot put, while also competing in the discus and javelin, showing her versatility. In fact, Shana was a standout volleyball and basketball player as well, and after leading her freshman teams to solid seasons, she made both varsity squads as a sophomore. Following her strong contributions as a hitter in volleyball and a post player in basketball, Shana decided to leave the sport of basketball in order to specialize her skills in the other two. Her hard work and dedication showed on the volleyball court as a junior when Shana began to play each position and the team raced to a 10-win and 4-loss regular season, finishing second in the tough Metro League. The Grizzlies not only qualified for the state playoffs, but they would make it all the way to the third round of the tournament to end an excellent season.
She was always one of those kids that stood out from everyone, very aggressive, in a good way, you know, not one of those aggressive kids that you're afraid of, but she was an intimidating force on the court, but she was definitely a team leader, a team player off the court, very gentle, very kind young lady, but you know, you had to be lookout for her on the court. Very, very talented young lady.
The team's success the following year would be almost identical, as the Bears went 9-4, earning their second straight playoff appearance and ultimately losing to highly ranked Centennial. As one of the senior leaders, Shana would be recognized on the All-League first team and as the league's Player of the Year.
She was an all-around force. I mean, she played all around, backcourt, front court, but her serve was one of her strengths, as well as just her blocking ability. She instinctively knew exactly where to be to block ball, and you know, she could put a wall up there for us.
The Statesman Journal selected her into their all-region team to cap off an exquisite volleyball career.
She got stronger every year. She got in the weight room. I know she did really well. Had some records with weightlifting, that kind of thing, and that just added to her strength. She played off season. I mean, she was very dedicated to volleyball. I know she did really well in track, that kind of thing. She's just an all-around good athlete who worked very hard at being a good athlete.
But it was in track and field where Shana's commitment to her craft paid the biggest dividends, as she worked tirelessly to keep improving her throws in the shot put, discus, and javelin. Ball achieved all-league first-team status in her final 3 years, while setting MHS all-time class records in each event that would not be broken for over 10 years.
Each year she improved. In fact, that's kind of what I think was her best ability, was her focus on trying to improve every day at practice, which for a lot of kids it's just sometimes fun and games, but she was focused from the beginning, wanting to be the best athlete that she could be.
In her sophomore season, the Grizzlies went 6 up and 2 down, winning the league championship and beginning a span of statewide dominance in girls track and field at Mac High. As a junior, Shana helped the Bears to an undefeated regular season and another league championship, while placing in the top 10 in all 3 of her events at the state meet and medaling at the Oregon State Games.
The one thing that I noticed is that kids looked up to her because of her work ethic. She would practice a move over and over and over again, just to make sure she would get it right. And she would practice the turn with her left foot continuously over and over again to become better at getting across the circle. And there's very few kids anymore that want to put in the time. A lot of kids now, it's what I call drive-up window service. They want immediate gratification from something, you know, just by showing up. And in track and field, very few athletes have just the natural ability to become that kind of an athlete, where most of the kids, if you want to become good, you're going to have to practice it, and she was one of those that put in all the time.
In her senior season, the Grizzlies again went undefeated, claiming their third straight league title. But this girls' team would achieve what no other MAC High track and field team had ever accomplished: a state championship. Thanks in large part to Shana, the undisputed leader and team MVP finished fourth in the javelin at the state meet, but won the championship in both the discus and shot put. Her distances of 45 feet 2.5 inches in the shot put and 132 feet 10 inches in the discus were the #1 all-time records at MHS until the late 2000s and are still the all-time senior class records.
Right after the state meet, some other coaches came up and talked to me and said, you won the state meet in '96 and you didn't score any points on the track. All the points came from field events. So the funny thing that came out of that was that we had t-shirts made the next week or the couple weeks later that said McMinnville Field and Track. We just changed the words around because it was we were really proud of the fact that we were one of the few teams that I can ever remember that didn't score any points on the track, and we actually won the state track meet. A lot of people really don't know that if she had thrown the javelin 3 feet 10 inches more, she would have been a triple state champion. And it was just so close that it kind of got all lost in the shuffle, but a lot of people don't realize how close she was to being. In fact, I think she's the only girl that I know that has ever scored in all 3 throwing events at the state meet. That's how tremendous of an athlete she was.
Upon being awarded as the school's most outstanding female athlete of the year and graduating from MAC High in June of 1996, those incredible distances would take Shana to extraordinary lengths that summer. She finished in second place in both the discus and shot put at the Pacific Northwest Regional AAU meet, which qualified her for the National AAU Finals and earned Ball a spot on the high school All-American track and field team. After traveling to Barcelona, Spain with the club and winning the silver medal in the discus and gold in the shot put in an international meet, Shana accepted a scholarship to compete in fielding events at the University of Idaho. Shana made an immediate impact with the Vandals as she finished 4th in the shot put and 8th in the javelin at the Big West Conference Championships in just her freshman season. As one of only 2 returning throwers, Ball took upon the role of team leader and would not disappoint in her sophomore year. She set the school's 3rd best all-time record for indoor and outdoor shot put and placed 6th in the event at the Big West Championships. Continuing to lead by example and working harder to improve as a junior, Shana would extend her distances and achievements further than ever before. Over her final 2 seasons, Ball would go on to win 4 large track and field meets for the team in both the shot put and discus, while setting multiple school records. Some of her records include being 4th on the Vandals' all-time list in outdoor discus with a length of 173 feet 6 inches, and having the school's 2nd best all-time mark in the indoor discus and outdoor shot put. She ranks 9th on the University of Idaho's all-time list for outdoor scores and has the Big West Conference's 20th best scorer of all time. Her victory at the UNLV Invitational Meet as a senior in the shot put of 51 feet 2.75 inches was a personal best and qualified her for the NCAA National Track and Field Championships held at Duke University. Shana ended her dominating fielding career at the National Championships, finishing 19th in the shot put and 12th in the discus. After graduating as a 3-time All-Big West Conference academic honored student in the summer of 2000, Shana took her bachelor's degree in sports science to Washington State University, where she acted as a strength and conditioning coach for 1 year while earning her master's in health education. Over the past 9 years, Shana has taught a wide range of studyings while coaching track and field plus volleyball at several schools in Idaho, California, and currently Nevada. In 2005, she coached the AAU 13 and under National Track and Field Champion shot putter, and 3 years later, her Nevada high school team would win the track and field state championship in both the shot put and discus events. Recently, her classroom has been awarded a 5-year federal grant to begin the first ever health occupations program in any Nevada public school, with the intention to offer classes in the medical field while creating the opportunity for students to undertake internships at local hospitals and clinics. Working with kids to improve their quality of life both athletically and academically, only time will tell just how far Shana Ball's reach will go.